right, KJ. Jack and KJ, Merry Christmas. All right, it's not Christmas yet.
Not yet.
Already triggered that we're talking about Christmas. I mean, it's after Thanksgiving is the way I look at it. So it's almost that time of the year. You got the blood pumping through your veins saying Christmas time. And the Eagles are 10-1. Every week we basically feel like we add another win to that column. KJ kind of looks like he just robbed a house a little bit here.
Yeah.
I just stopped at Kevin's house and rob him. No, I'm just kidding.
Turn to your left, like sideways, like for a mug shot. All the way sideways. No, other way. Other way. Oh my God. There you go. There. Yeah, you kind of look like
poof. He's missing the poof. Like I know, my dog ate it. My dog freaking ate it.
Anyway, that hoodie you got on looked really nice. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, you're not
yeah, I guess both y'all. But anyways, yeah, we got a ton to talk about tonight. I'm going to kick it to Jackson, though, so he can take away this segment and tell me whenever you're ready, Jack.
Hit that intro.
What do I want when I'm in the state of Delaware? Of course, El Diablo Burritos. Customer service always is serving your food with a smile on their face, asking how your day is, but their food is phenomenal as well. Their burritos are out of this world, one of the best burritos in town. Their queso is phenomenal. Their burrito bowls are amazing as well. When you're in and around Delaware, stop by your local El Diablo Burritos and tell them that 302BIRDS sent you. God bless. Go Birds.
Thanks again, El Diablo Burritos, for the sponsor. We got a call in today. Who we got?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, Peyton? How are you?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Fantastic. Doing well.
How's your week going? Good?
So far, so good.
That's good, man. That's good.
What do you got for us?
So, man, I was wondering, man. I can think I know what you guys think, but I want to hear from yourself. How you guys feel about Jalen Hurts this year, man?
Yeah, no,
so far, I'm gonna say so far.
Yeah, so far, I think he's playing like an MVP year.
Precise, right?
Exactly. I'm not sure. We had stats. I keep throwing those stats.
Like 2,500 yards or something. Like that. 17 touchdowns. Something.
The game last week was insane. His rushing yards,
insane.
And I mean, I was always a big fan of Jalen Hurts, and he fixed his mechanics in the offseason, which was a big issue that he needed to be fixed.
Big fix.
And now he's just playing out of his mind. The game against Texans didn't play that well. Same with the Commanders. But other than that, he's been playing.
He kept it together, though. You know, even when he's not playing well, though, he's making smart calls. He's just staying precise. I use that word because, you know, being an Eagles fan, you could say bias and things like that. But, like, just knowing football and, you know, watching football in my life and stuff, it's just he makes smart moves, man. He really does. Compared to, you know, you look back last season and things like that. Coming in a little rough, you know what I mean? He had to warm up a little bit. But now, man, he's just, even on his bad games, like you said, you know, the Texans, the Washington game, you know, the hard ones, we'll call them. He's still looking good. He is.
For sure.
It's team football, though. I mean, you guys know the best. It takes everybody.
I mean, this team we have this year is insanely good. And we'll talk about it later, but Blankenship coming in clutch with that pick.
Mad clutch.
After replacing Gardner Johnson was huge for us.
That's what they say. When your name gets called, it's all about how you step up. It's all about how you step up, and that's it. I didn't even know. You know, to be honest, you know, I don't think there was an Eagle on that team right now that I didn't know until he came around. I didn't know who he was, and you know, after that, I had to get a little research on him. But
yeah,
I didn't know who he was. He made that one big play, and that's all it takes.
It's all that matters. KJ and Tom, you got anything about Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I'll go. So, Jalen Hurts has totally improved from last year. I mean, his confidence is just insane. The way he has the poise for the game right now. I mean, just like it's a big improvement, obviously. I mean, just like I'm freaking pumped to see what he can do, obviously, in the playoffs as well. I mean, that's the biggest test, I feel like, for Jalen Hurts. When it comes down to the playoffs, when it comes down to crunch time, let's see what he can do.
Let's see what he can do, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think honestly, yeah, he's got the freaking motor right now, especially running wise. And I know he doesn't have the arm exactly that people want.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. I mean, he's pretty accurate, and he hasn't thrown many picks at all. I mean, maybe like 2 or 3 or something like that.
He has 3 this season, to be exact.
Yeah, 3 this season.
And that's not much at all. So
and it just
honestly,
he puts that
precise.
ball where it needs to be, man. I'm telling you, it's precise with it. You know, they
Yep.
talk about Tua, they talk about that, and don't get it wrong. There's a lot of that's the problem. I feel like there's a lot of very good quarterbacks in this league, a lot of accurate ones. It's just about like you said, you know, when you get put in that time and it's playoff time, it's crunch time, things like that. See what you can do. You know, he's got the guys around him. He's got everything he needs. I mean, this is the team I'm really happy watching this year.
Exactly.
I think he's just got the motivation too. That just
he's humble,
driving
so humble.
He's humble as heck, and he doesn't let himself get too full of himself. That's the good thing. Exactly. We've had quarterbacks, we've had players that get full of themselves, and Jalen, I don't think that's possible for him. He just takes it one game at a time. And that's what we need.
You know, it goes back him, you know, like he said, him growing up and stuff, his lifestyle being, you know, dad coach and things like that. And he said in his one interview or whatever, he hates hearing about the 5-0 and all that because, you know, nobody was talking when they were 2-5 and you know what I'm saying? He just stays humble. He does. Even now, what we are, 10-1, and he's just as humble as it gets.
Tommy Batman, you want anything? Anything to
Well,
say?
I'll be the cartoonish Batman. Instead of Slim Batman and all that. I think he's the most disrespected quarterback in the league right now. You got ranked. ESPN just ranked him number 9th for players under 25. I can't think of 9 players that are better than him in the league right now, let alone 9 players under 25. Yeah. Also, when it comes to quarterbacks, I know he gets talked about as not being one of the top guys, but there's not many good quarterbacks in the league right now. Matthew Stafford fell off a cliff after winning the Super Bowl.
Nope.
Well, Jimmy G sucks.
He has his game.
He literally the whole NFC stinks. Danny Dimes is more like Danny Picks. Dak Prescott is like Dakota Prescott. Let's be honest. Taylor Heineke is as fragile as glass that he gets a flag thrown for him if you tap it.
Don't even get me started on that.
Tom Brady's a shell of his own self. Who else is there? Let's see here. Let's run through. Andy Dalton sucks. Baker Mayfield's a joke.
I mean,
like seriously, there's no one in the NFC that's even close to being good, other than Jalen Hurts at the quarterback position. Yeah. And what you call it? And in the AFC, you have the only ones that are good are what's his name on the Bills? I'm drawing a blank.
Josh Allen.
Thank you, Josh Allen.
There you go.
And Patrick Mahomes. Like
the only 2.
Maybe I'll give you Justin Herbert too. I'll give you Lamar Jackson because he's an MVP. But other than that,
I was gonna say, I mean, he can't leave him out on that one. Yeah,
but he's not really a great quarterback anymore.
Yeah.
He wasn't great last year. He wasn't great this year either. So I think he's the most disrespected quarterback in the league. My long-winded saying that.
Definitely.
All right, Peyton. Do you have anything else for us?
No, man, that's about it, man. I just, you know what I mean, see how you guys feel about Jalen. I thought what it was, though, you know. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
True NFL fans and stuff, no matter if you're an Eagles fan or what, you know, if you watch football, you can see the progression that, you know, he's going through and just success is coming his way. You know what I mean? Just like you said, if he just stays humble and continues to do what he's doing, man, Eagles are on the right path.
Appreciate it. Peyton, appreciate coming on the show.
Yes,
always
sir.
welcome to come back on. Let me get a God bless Go Birds, please.
God bless Go Birds.
Oh, you talking to me, man? My fault. Sorry, I had you. My mic. I had you on one side. I couldn't tell if you were talking to me. Sorry. Say that again, bro.
Give me a God bless and Go Birds.
Yes, sir. God bless and Go Birds, bro. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, all right, man?
Peace.
You too. Ashley, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Fantastic. I'm in a great mood. Philly sports is doing semi-well. Flyers are actually winning a game.
They won a game.
They won a game.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was there, yeah. Suck it, Matt Bear.
The vibes are good. The vibes are real good with being an Eagles fan or a Philly fan.
Yeah.
What do you got for us tonight?
So, I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, I think we kind of touched on it a little bit, but the CJ Garner-Johnson issue, right? That's kind of, I think, looming over all of our heads when we, at least personally, when I saw that play on Sunday, my heart just totally dropped. Because he had been a player that really had been working in a defense that had been, I guess I can say, inconsistent. Our defense has not been fab all the time. We're kind of
I mean, Jonathan Gann at the helm doesn't really help, but yeah.
That's very true. So, obviously Blankenship came in and worked miracles where I did not think that miracles were going to be worked. Do you think that he could be a decent fill-in? Was that just like a one-off miracle? Because, the Eagles are not saying the season is over, but when you have a lacerated kidney and bruised ribs, I mean, that's going to take time, right?
Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing. I want to say yes, but that was his first game back. I guess, that kind of that dog mentality, first game playing, starting, you're going to play out of your mind. Do I think he can do it, continuing? I think he can. But I want to see him play a full game because he came in, second quarter, third quarter.
Yeah.
But I really want to see what he can do because this kid, undrafted rookie, really wasn't number 2 until recently, the past 2 weeks. And he came in, he picked off one of the GOAT quarterbacks in the league, Aaron Rodgers. And he was hitting hard. He was hitting real hard. Yeah. He had that one penalty, unnecessary roughness. What?
That's kind of the nature of his position.
Yeah. But, he had some big hits, for a rookie, which was very surprising to see. So I'll get back to you on if he's a good fill-in after this next week's game. But that's what I got to say. Tom, KJ?
Yeah. You want to go, Tom?
I'll go. Okay. So I'm like you, Ashley. My heart dropped. Honestly, when he first went down, I thought he either broke his hand because it looked like he was grabbing his hand, but from what I was hearing from guys who were actually at the game, they said no, from the field level, it looked like he was grabbing his side where his kidney would be. Yep. But I thought just from the TV angle, he's grabbing his hand. I thought he broke his hand, which he could at least play with a club, I guess. But as somebody who leads the league in interceptions right now, I'd rather him have both of his hands so he can actually get a pick. He's a huge loss, obviously, when you get somebody who's a shutdown guy in the secondary, which we've missed for years on this team, and 2, guy who's leading if you ever on any team lose a guy that's leading the league in interceptions, that's a huge loss. So my heart definitely sank. However, there's something I noticed in Blankenship that I don't see in Kavon Wallace, and that's he knows how to what receivers are going to do, and he tries to pick up on their routes. Kavon Wallace doesn't know how to do that. He knows how to make a tackle, and that's about it. Whereas Blankenship actually knows how to play coverage, and that's what I want out of my secondary guys. So I don't think we're as screwed as we thought we were going to be, but that being said, we're still kind of screwed given the downgrade we're probably going to get because it's hard to replace that kind of production, and you're just simply not going to.
We got Jack over here studying for his exam this weekend, getting ready. Anyway, no, in all seriousness, Tom, I do definitely agree with your point about Blankenship. I think Blankenship, for me, it's he has more heart and he has more hustle. And you see what players do. Tom Brady is the epitome of this. What do you do when you're given an opportunity? You're a backup QB. What do you do when you're given that opportunity? You know what I mean? You ball out. So he balled out. He had a great game, and that was pretty cool to see. So I don't know. As personally, I did not know who the fuck this guy was. And I see, the announcer being like, Blankenship, interception. And what am I saying, Tom? What am I saying, Tom? You know me best.
Who the fuck's Blankenship?
No, not who the fuck is Blankenship. Let's go Blankenship! I gotta get his jersey. I'm all in support of this guy. I'm all for him. And welcome to Philadelphia because, talk about an opportunity and just balling out. Screw Jalen, put in Minshew. This guy.
Yo, KJ, what do you got?
Yeah, so, I was at the game. the first initial reaction was, I mean, you see him get carted off the field and you're like, oh shit, this is bad. I thought it was a ribs injury because, I mean, it was reported on the screen. It said ribs. So, and then it came out to be a kidney injury. And I was like, holy crap. So, obviously, I mean, it's a huge loss for us. As Tom said, he was leading the league in interceptions. He was balling out for us. I mean, it was his first year as an Eagle, and he just seemed like he's been playing for the team for years. So I loved watching him play. Reed Blankenship, I mean, that was good for him to get a pick on Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's going to boost his confidence up a lot, especially going into the next game, hopefully. But, yeah, I mean, I keep on hearing rumors we might get Malcolm Jenkins or I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
There's a lot of rumors about that. But,
I would all be for that. I would 100% be for that. I know most people want it, and we could probably all debate about that. But
he says he can still play. I mean, that's what he's saying. He says he still works out. He still does all the drills.
And he can still play. He can.
If he actually can still play, and not only play, but also, I mean, actually play and be productive, then I think it would be a good option. But if we're just bringing somebody back to bring somebody back, there's no point in that.
Yeah.
Kind of, though, with Howie Roseman. I mean, Deshaun Jackson, Tom will preach to that.
Deshaun Jackson gave us 3 good plays and was hurt the rest of the time.
But 2 of those came in one game, 2 touchdowns.
We're going for the memories and not for what actually is going to bring us back to the promised land, Dutch. My goal is a Super Bowl. My goal isn't for us just to reach the playoffs.
You know what? I'm with Tommy on this one. I think there's way too many players that have been brought back in the past just for kicks and giggles, for lack of a better term. And maybe they'll play one solid game. And then once those players of that age get hurt, they're just done. And then we've wasted money and resources and time on them when we could have been investing in younger guys that could actually get us further. But that's my opinion.
Thank you.
All right, Ashley, appreciate you always coming on with good knowledge, good questions. Do you have anything else for us?
I don't think so. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley. God bless. Appreciate you as always.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, guys, and now moving on. All right. Should we turn off the lights?
Oh, wait, am I supposed to turn off the lights? What are we turn off the lights for? Oh, man. Here we go. The debut of Let's go. KJ's Court. Welcome in, guys. New shirts are out now. Go get them right now. If you freaking don't, you're not a true baller, so let's freaking go. Got the back, the handsome devil himself. You got to. You will get
show it again. Show it again. Show it again.
Handsome devil himself. How could you not? How could you not? So go get your freaking shirts. This sweatshirt's around like 40-something bucks, but it's worth it. Get it for Christmas. Put it in a freaking stocking for your child or whoever.
Little Johnny, little Timmy,
little Johnny,
little
whatever. Little Carl,
I don't think it's gonna fit
whoever
in
it
the
is.
stocking there, KJ, but good try.
Little Dorden.
So, but yeah. I mean, the Sixers have been on a 3-game winning streak. I mean, it's nothing too exciting, but I mean, that game against the Hawks, Embiid got him back out of nowhere when I thought that he was going to be out for the game. I was looking right before I had a 4:45 to 7 o'clock class, and I was told, I was like, Embiid's not playing. So I was like, damn it, Embiid's not playing. Then I hear he's playing. So then I start tracking it. I'm watching a little bit, listening on the radio, and I hear that Embiid's just going at it. And the Hawks really just couldn't stop him. He had 30 points, and he looked like he was the old Embiid. So people were screaming MVP, and it was electric again. So hopefully he keeps it up. We'll see what happens.
I just got an interesting text from JJ Segley. It goes, I'm going to give you all an early Christmas present, Dutch. Don't worry, I'm not going to let him on the show, Tom. Maybe not. Anyway, what are you thinking about Embiid, Tom? Oh, God.
I just saw his eyes drop so much when he was like, his whole face expression was just like, oh, not that asshole again.
To go on to something more positive in news, I thought it was great. He didn't play that good tonight. He only got 19 points, and they got crushed by Cleveland. But he looked good last night after returning from injury. So
I need to see the final score tonight. So
I'll take the wins where we can take them. So it's a win's a win.
Yeah.
A win's a win, but like, do you think at the end of the day, like Harden's out? I guess so. It's been Maxey and Embiid, right, KJ?
So Maxey's still not in.
Maxey and Harden
really just been that.
So it's honestly been. I'll tell you one thing. Shake Milton has been stepping up. I don't know about tonight because I haven't seen the stats from tonight, but I will after we have the show.
Bang Bang Niang has been playing well too.
Yes, I heard about that too. Niang has been playing well.
Do you want to get his jersey, Tom?
No,
Niang.
I don't want to get Bang
Why
Bang
not?
Niang's jersey because jerseys are expensive, and I want a player that's going to stick around for forever. So that's why I only have Embiid and Iverson when it comes to the Sixers.
White Thomerson. He was balling when he was young.
White Tom Salucci.
I got
He was
Eric
balling
Snow's
like
jersey.
he was young.
I got Eric Snow's jersey, so it's all cool.
Eric Snow, I like that. That's pretty dope.
I have your mother's jersey, Jack.
Oh, Jesus.
I would probably say the weirdest Sixers jersey I have is a Chris Webber Sixers jersey.
Let's talk real football, Tom. USA Soccer. What do you think about this comment,
He didn't say real football. He said teal football. So what's teal football? I would like to know.
I think he meant real, and he's just probably had a couple drinks knowing him.
I know.
That's a guy. Let's see. The V is for the beginning of his name.
I know. I know who it is.
Oh, you guys took Batman's mask off. Tom, wait. Take Batman's mask off. You can literally do it. Oh!
Oh my God.
We've descended.
Oh, jeez.
Chaos.
All right, we've gone off.
All right. Well, I tried stalling this.
Yeah, they got
enough.
killed. Yeah, they got killed. Sixers got killed. Yeah. It's all right. It happens. Cleveland's actually a team on the uprise, I feel like, though.
Oh, yeah, they're playing well. I mean, Cleveland's a lot better team than they've been in the past, so I'm not really worried about that.
Sure.
But, I mean, hey, it goes to show how much we need Embiid and how much of an asset he is on our team. So he should have won an MVP last.
Did you just call him an ass?
Asset.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So no,
Stay
this guy's,
off the weed.
this
Stay
guy's a
off
beast.
the weed.
That's all I got to say. He's a beast.
Jack, are you reading a book?
Maybe.
You know how to read?
Is that a first?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Whatever.
First book ever?
Poor Jack can't catch a break.
All the book reports I did in elementary school.
Well, last time I was at Jack's place, I was reading him some bedtime stories because he couldn't read it. So, but it's all good.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So Harden hopefully returning pretty soon. You never really know with Harden what goes on with him, but he'll be on the sideline. He'll have his like Versace or Gucci vest on. But yeah, apparently he's trying to come back versus his former team, the Rockets, and hopefully that happens. I just want to see this man just ball up. I mean, I want to see him ball against the freaking Knicks and freaking drop them off on Christmas and ruin all the New York Knicks freaking Christmas. All the fans there, they can all cry and pout about their freaking Christmas because James Harden is going to ball on their ass. So if that makes any sense.
Not really, but I got you. I got your vibe.
Oh, wait, what the? Okay.
Back. Yes, I'm gone. Goodbye. I don't listen to people that only have a brain cell.
Oh, I had to bring an evil Knicks fan on the show. You're a Knicks fan, right, JJ?
Yes,
No,
sir.
I'm a Nets fan.
Even though he does want to choke out Julius Randle.
That's true. I do want to choke out Joey's family. Fuck that guy. But yeah, how is everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Fantastic.
Make it quick. What do you
I
think
can
about the
probably
Knicks?
answer for Tom. I don't think he's doing well. He wants to jump up
Honestly,
in
I
his
wish
window
everybody
right
the
now.
best except for Tom. Tom, that's why your Phillies fucking choked in the World Series.
Hold on. How far did
Where
the
the
Mets
fuck
make
did the Mets
it?
go?
Doesn't matter because you
How
lost.
far
Let's
did
let
they
him
go?
answer that shit.
Hold on. The choke artists. The guys that didn't you say you were winning it all after winning 106 games?
Hold on.
How many series?
Hold on.
Oh, that's right. You won
How many hits in
0
game four?
series.
How many hits in game 4? How many hits in
How
game
many
4?
series did you win?
0.
Exactly. You won 0 games.
All right, that's enough of that. Let's get back to the regular scheduled program. I figured I would bring him on.
Jesus. Mary,
AJ looks like he's about to shit himself.
Oh my God, that was freaking hilarious. What the hell? Jesus. All right, well, let's get back into it before I freaking start bursting. Yeah, no, hopefully Harden comes back soon. And yeah, I mean, everything will come back in tip-top shape. Hopefully. Hopefully.
I think that
Harden in shape, hopefully.
When is Maxey expected to come back?
Never.
That's not true. Don't worry.
He ruptured everything.
Are you serious? Like, is it a while now?
No, he's not serious. He should be back in a couple weeks.
But he just suffered his injury in the past week, right?
So I was at that game. It was I was at that game. It was against the Bucks, and he was going up for a floater, and you could see the way he landed, and you just see him limping, and he's limping. And then, obviously, he was off the freaking court 10 seconds later. I think he took a couple of free throws, but it did look pretty bad. I mean, I knew it was something with the ankle.
Whoa!
Ho, 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 Flyers fans. See this? Holly Jolly season. You know what I'm talking about. So, the Flyers are complete ass, but last night they did the unthinkable and actually won a game. 3-1. Kevin Hayes, 2 goals, the only active offensive player on our team anymore. Travis Sanheim had the other. So there is some hope. That win stopped a 10-game losing streak. But if you remember, I think it was 2017, 2018, they had a 13-game losing streak, and they actually made the playoffs. And then the next season, they had a 13-game winning streak, and they missed the playoffs. So here's the Christmas optimism, Santa Claus, reindeer, whatever you want, the happiness season way to look at this whole thing is that we already got our long losing streak out of the way. We said efficiency, we're not procrastinating. Let's get that shit done early. And we're on a 1-game win streak. So, I think we're doing okay. It's going to be bad. We need to sell the team still. Comcast, sell the team. Stop. That's what I want for Christmas. Sell the team. But you know what? Maybe there's hope on the horizon. Definitely not. The roster sucks. Bottom 5 roster by far. Been saying that since April. But it is what it is. We're 1-0. So let's make it 2-0 and just keep that train chugging. All right. Merry Christmas, Flyers fans.
Choo choo! Santa's elf, as Vinny said.
Let's go. I was at this game. I was at this freaking game, and it was freaking amazing. 10 seconds in the freaking game, 2 freaking fights right away. And as a guy who is a hockey casual, to be honest, that was freaking awesome. To beat the Islanders at home, to see Matt Baer miserable, freaking gold. Oh my God, that was hilarious. So, but yeah, I was able to sit with Kata at one point. I was able to sneak into his section, and we were just having the best time of our freaking lives. We're 1-0 at Flyers games now. So we might be the good luck charms. I hope so. But Matt Baer, I know you're freaking punching a wall right now, but we're going to come back again, and we're going to beat your butts again. And Sorokin sucks ass. You better know that. He sucks.
Oh! Well, Dutch, I have a question for you to
All
start.
Right, back up from the mic. I know you're doing it, but it's
okay. Dutch, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
What was the famous Christmas characters, or what famous Christmas character was an accountant?
Scrooge.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, so you're saying you're a cheap fuck? Yes, I knew you were a cheap fuck already.
Yes, I'm about to be Mr. Scrooge and depress the shit out of everyone. The Flyers suck. I'm glad they actually won an A game. No, and for those of you saying Clark Griswold, wrong. He was a salesman. Like you, Dutchie. But
it's nipply out.
It is nipply out.
Yeah, in the spirit of Christmas, bah humbug to you, sir.
Bah
humbug to you, sir. Bah humbug.
But it actually hurts us that we won a game because we're
know what that
going for Bedard. We're going for that number 1 overall pick. I want to lose 10 more now. So
No.
number 1 overall pick. I know it's a lottery, but I am thinking about the future. We ain't doing shit this year, boys. And you know what? We are going to get that number 1 overall pick. Winless for Wiggins. I know we don't do that anymore, but we'll have a throwback for it because winless for Bedard doesn't sound right. So winless for Wiggins, and that's the only way we can pump up Christmas because you know what? They suck, and they need to sell the team.
That's what literally Tom just did to me right now.
Okay, Matt.
That's what you just did to me, Tom. Okay, you literally just pumped me up with that speech. You got excited there. You really did.
I want to lose 10 more now.
I'm not even going to say anything. I got one thing to say because I don't watch a lot of hockey. Hey, Matt Bear. Suck it! All right, that's all I got to say. Anyway, moving on.
I like to be nice to Matt.
Had to talk my shit. You and Matt have like a different relationship. You two are like cordial with each other. All right, guys, moving into the segment of the show that
has a brain.
That is true. He does. He actually has a brain.
All right, we got the Titans this week, Jack. We're doing the toy drive. Why don't you tell everybody about the toy drive a little bit and what we're doing there?
So we teamed up with Autism Awareness, the group
Goofy Gators.
Goofy Gators. And Dalton and I went to Walmart last night and got some toys for the kids. And we just dropped all the boxes off. We have one at me and Dalton's office. We have one at Cork and Barrel, which is a bar in Newark. And then we have another one at Ferris Roofing. And our goal is to get them all filled up by Saturday. And then Dalton and I are going to the game. We teamed up with, Fourth and John to do this toy drive. And we're giving the toys to the kids on Sunday. So it's something that we're going to try to do more often. And it brings me joy to do this for the kids. But at the Titans game, we're doing that. So that's what
so the Grinch does have a heart.
Yeah, my heart's growing 3 sizes today. All right.
We have the Grinch. We have the Scrooge.
Who am I?
We have the.
You could be Clark Griswold.
Wait, am I the freaking Grinch? Are you kidding me? I'm not.
No, you're not the Grinch.
Yeah, KJ, you're the Grinch.
I'm the Grinch. Yes, I am. Everybody have a bad Christmas.
This is going to be a good game. I think that we can win. The big goal is that we have to stop Derrick Henry. We came off a big win, not a big win, but a decent win against the Packers. So I'm excited to see what happens. And I think Blankenship this is his first full game. So I'm excited to see what he does for the team. I think, honestly, this is probably one of the harder games the rest of our season, other than the Cowboys. But we're going to beat the Cowboys no matter what in Dallas. But yeah, I'm excited for this game. I think it's going to be a dub, easily, as long as we stop the run.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty exciting game. I will also be at that game as well. I think, honestly, the Eagles' defensive line is going to need to step the freak up for sure.
Jordan Davis is back, baby.
Jordan Davis is back. That is a great positive. I don't know if that means less time for Ndamukong Suh and Linval Joseph, but yeah, they're honestly just going to need to step up. I mean, Derrick Henry is one of the best running backs in the league. He's not going to flop on us. He is going to be a freaking powerhouse on us. So the run defense is going to have to step the freak up. Jonathan Gannon, don't play your stupid zone shit because it's not going to freaking work against this freaking offense. And yeah, honestly, Ryan Tannehill is overrated as crap. He really is. I think we can beat him. I really do. I know we're down to safety, but I see the Eagles winning this game. And Jalen Hurts just keeps the confidence going, keeps this freaking sleigh going. You could say Darius Slay, but it doesn't really make sense. But
or you could say Santa Slay.
Yeah, you can say Santa Slay. You can say that. But yeah, I think they'll keep the streak going, and let's go Birds.
Yeah, this is going to be slaying the Giants.
I do have some concerns though after the Packers game going into this game, and that is the run defense. It looked TJ Edwards stepped up. I'll give TJ Edwards his credit where credit's due. TJ Edwards has been phenomenal the last 2 weeks. but the run defense was atrocious against guys who were like bigger backs, like Jones was last week, and Derrick Henry's another bigger back that's hard to bring down. So I'm a little afraid to see what King Henry make a reappearance this week.
Aaron Jones didn't really do much. It was
AJ Dillon.
Yeah, AJ Dillon.
Yeah,
okay, well, he's also a bigger back.
But he's a power back. Yeah, his quads are freaking humongous.
They're massive.
The point still stands.
Has a crush on the quads. No, I'm just kidding.
You know,
like, I'm not afraid of Tannehill's arm, and Rodgers really didn't do much against us.
Is anybody afraid of Traylon Burks though? Their wide receiver. I mean,
I'm not.
No, I'm not scared of him. But he is honestly he's a good future player. But do I think he's going to be a main player? I mean, a contributed player in this game? I don't think so. I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think he's just a future player for the Titans. We'll see what happens. I think he's still got to get used to the whole offense.
Well, this is AJ Brown's homecoming game in a way. This is his comeback game. So, I mean, honestly, for AJ Brown, there's a lot right now that he's probably going through before this game. This is his old team. It didn't necessarily end in a nice way. I think he's pretty unhappy with Mike Vrabel. I think he's way happier with Jalen Hurts than he was with Ryan Tannehill. So it's going to be a little bit different. I think he's definitely happy that the game is going to be in Philadelphia, though, because I think if he would have had to go back to Tennessee, that definitely would have been a little bit tougher of an environment for him. Also, we would have went to Nashville. Me and Jack have talked about it.
Plus, I would have went too. Yeah.
AJ Brown's playing out of his mind this year, but the past 3 games he's fumbled the ball, so he has to learn how to hold on to that ball.
Yeah, but he's been sick. We found that out.
He's been fucking insane the other fucking 95, 97% of the time. As Tom said, I don't think I've ever heard Tom.
Like the flu.
He looked like a cyborg with the red eye. I mean, he looked like he was something out of a movie, man, like Terminator.
Outdoing you.
You are sick, Tom.
He pulled the MJ, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, flu game.
Jordan still played well.
Kinda hot.
What's up, fuckers?
Yo.
Kinda hot. Can you give me a bird call? Can you do a bird call? Woo! There it is, baby. I love it. Welcome to the show. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fucking great. The Eagles are still 10-1. I don't care about the damn injuries. Who cares? I'm going to say this right now. I'm not really concerned about the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson injury that much. Yes, it sucks to lose him, but people are forgetting Avonte Maddox is coming back real soon too. So, yeah, I know he's not technically a safety anymore, but they can stick him back there for a couple games. I'm not too worried about that. This guy right up, whatever way I'm pointing, Jordan Davis is coming back. That's what I'm more concerned about. When he's in there, they can stop the run. Derrick Henry ain't shit. We know that. Let's go, Birds.
Hell yeah. Love to hear that. Yeah, no, we had talked about before you came on. JD's back, and JD's right here. Jack Jordan. Hey. And I was a menace when I played D-line, so him and I had the same kind of relationship like that. But no, Jordan Davis, I mean, greatest pickup we had in the draft. And yeah, we saw how much it hurt us when he was not there, injured. And him coming back, I think that why are you showing him?
I don't know why. What the hell are you doing?
And I mean, it's going to be a good rotation with Linval Joseph. It's going to Sue and Jordan Davis. I think Derrick Henry's not going to do too much because JD's back, baby. JD's here. JD's back. Guess who's back?
Yeah.
Back
again. Back again.
JD's back.
JD's back.
Grab a friend.
Hello, friend.
Hey.
All right, JD. How about TC take it?
TC's take is I don't think he's playing this week. I've heard from a few places that they don't think he's actually going to start this week. That like Sirianni said, he's in no rush. He needs to get back into football shape first. So even though he's eligible to come and play this week, I don't think he's actually going to. I think he's going to take another week off and he's going to play next week. I hope I'm wrong.
What do you think?
You know, you said you are Scrooge, and you're acting like Scrooge right now, so you need to relax.
Yeah, he's looking pretty cheap, holding back.
Christmas cookie. Go eat a Christmas cookie. Come on.
I don't enjoy fun, KJ.
Bah humbug.
Are you an accountant?
We've noticed that. Bah humbug to you, sir.
I like paper cuts, and I like
right. What?
All right, KJ, do it real quick. Take it away, too.
All right. So Jordan Davis, yeah, I kind of agree with Tom. I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's in football shape right now. And Ndamukong Suh and Linval Joseph did what they were supposed to do against the Colts. I mean, they didn't really make an impact against the Packers game that I really saw. Maybe a couple tackles or two, but nothing like the Colts game. But yeah, if you get Jordan Davis back, it'll be great. But yeah, he's hurt. He's banged up, and we need him healthy. We really do, because he's a outstanding rookie, and he's a great future player. So we don't want to jeopardize his future. But, I mean, it's not that big of an injury, though. So I say no rush. It's no rush.
Low key, like, I mean, I thought that he would have a sack by now. I don't know about anybody else. Like, if that's concerning to you guys, is concerning as that is to me.
I mean,
he's a rookie. It's okay.
If you really think about it, he doesn't really play that much. He's in for 1-2 plays, like, and he's just breaking that hole up.
And they don't send him blitzing that much either.
Right.
They really don't.
He only had 2.5 sacks at Georgia last year.
Yeah, he's not a big sack machine as people think
He's
he
not
is.
a sack guy yet.
No.
I guess, but I mean, I want to see a little bit more out of him. I want to see him take that next step, and I think he's ready to take it. I hope he takes it right before the playoffs and kind of gets that momentum going into the playoffs, because that would be really cool to see. I love him as a player. I love his energy. I love what he brings to the table. And I think just him being back on the team, like, his energy is infectious. You know what I mean? Like, he's like just one of those guys that when he's on the field, everybody's in a better mood. He just brings that to the table. He's singing with Mulata. I was kind of shocked and kind of offended, actually. I don't know about you Eagles fans, but that I didn't see JD Jordan Davis on the Christmas album. Did anybody else?
No,
I just thought about that.
For offensive linemen, I'm pretty sure it was strictly for O-line.
I do not care. He's a rookie. He has the voice of an angel. I think that he should have been there. And you know who they also should have brought back? If you guys know exactly who I'm talking about, remember the offensive lineman that played for the Eagles that could do the halo?
Ian Park.
Oh,
Ian Park.
Ian Park. Did you get some sideline, KJ?
Yeah, him. And we should just make a fucking choir instead of a football team, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Philadelphia would love that.
Why can't we have
the Thanksgiving parade in Philly on a freaking float?
Guys, we kind of look like the Brady Bunch right now. It's kind of cute.
We kind of do. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's talk
Tom
about
Brady Bunch.
The double-edged sword, just like this camera angle, a double-edged sword. I'll take it first. Look, CJ Gardner-Johnson goes out, has a lacerated kidney. That's pretty. At first, I guess we thought that it was a rib thing. I guess it kind of is, but it's more a lacerated kidney. That does not sound good. I'm no doctor, but that's going to probably be at least, I would think, 6 or 7 weeks minimum just off the top of the dome. And then you got Blankenship, who just comes out and is basically Tom Brady with the opportunity. Just a nobody, comes out, puts up a superstar game, doesn't only have the pick, has a good hit, and also has a pass deflected, I think. And I think he just earned himself a roster spot. I mean, the Eagles need a little bit more help at safety. They're not very deep depth-wise at that position. So it's really nice to see a lot of players emerging, because I think, like Tom said before, we always thought that Kavon Wallace, because he went to Clemson and because we have the Brian Dawkins bias, would be that guy. And unfortunately, it kind of hasn't been that way. Would love to still see it. Could it still happen? Yes, but hasn't been that way.
No, not at all.
No.
Yeah. I mean that was the biggest career game that he's had. I mean, I would think so.
Considering he's a rookie, yeah.
No, I'm saying in his football career, picking off Aaron Rodgers. Look, he played well. It was his first game playing, starting. So I want to see what he does, this game, because I'm a little nervous right now. Gardner Johnson's big hit to our defense, which we, like Dalton said, we have no depth at all at safety. So Reed Blankenship has big shoes to fill, and I think that if he plays well against the Titans, I think he's going to last for the rest of the season. depending on how long Gardner Johnson's out. So I'm a little concerned, but I think we'll be good.
Sure, here, I'll go next. Let me put you this way, Dutch. Let me put you this way. We had Kevon Wallace, as I said earlier in the show, when Ashley asked her question, and he's who we thought would be the second string or whatever safety. Whenever somebody went down, then Blankenship comes in. What's the one thing I was saying earlier that Blankenship does that Kevon Wallace doesn't do well? And that's he actually provides coverage. He picked off that pass because he read the route that the receiver was running and jumped the route. Now, he did something that you're supposed to do as somebody who plays in the secondary and defends against passes, which is not what Kevon Wallace does. Kevon Wallace lets his opponent catch the ball, and then he lays a bone-crushing hit. Whereas Blankenship can do both. And so I don't think we're as screwed as we thought we would be. And it was nice. It was a nice surprise to see.
It was a nice surprise. And I'll tell you what, Tom, what a confidence booster to be able to say, okay, I just went out and picked off freaking Aaron Rodgers. Right, Kata?
Yeah, well, and that was huge. Like I said, I'm not as worried about this as a lot of people are. Having him out it's not great. But you've got Avonte Maddox coming back soon, who's played some safety. Whether you put Josiah Scott at safety or leave him out, whatever. Josiah Scott's been fine out there. And even Kayvon Wallace, towards the end of the game the other day, looked really good. He made a couple big pass deflections there when Blankenship got hurt there for a little bit too. He looked fine out there, and maybe this is the opportunity that Wallace sees that, he can sneak in some playing time here and maybe get himself back onto that second string level. The other thing you have is 2 top 10 corners in the NFL right now. That makes your safeties look a lot better too. So I'm not as worried as other people are. The pass rush needs to get there more. That's the one thing that is affected most by this.
Yeah, the pass rush is what I'm going to be a little bit scared about too.
Yeah, I think obviously, as we said before, it is a big loss. But Reed he stepped up. I mean, for a guy who hasn't really played an NFL snap yet, I mean, to get a pick off one of the greats, Aaron Rodgers, and just to make an impact in the game with the big hits and everything like that. Yeah, it is sad to see what's going on with Kayvon Wallace, and maybe he will get a chance. I would like to see him get a chance, to be honest. But we had a lot of hopes for Kayvon, to be honest. I mean, we thought he was going to be the second coming of Brian Dawkins just because he was the last safety we've ever drafted out of Clemson since Brian Dawkins. So he had some big shoes to fill, and he has not been filling them at all. But, I mean, Reed Blankenship, he's got an opportunity right now, and Kayvon does as well. So hopefully they can step up and make CJ, GJ proud and make this team proud. So
you guys are all terrible. I want to say that. All of you guys. Put it back up, Colin. Put up that comment one last time for me. It's when you're going past and you're like, the truck driver doesn't do it. That's all you guys right now. And I'm the truck driver that's about to hit the horn. Ho, ho, ho. Do you like that, Mason? He's been asking for like 20 minutes now.
So it's been well documented this show that I'm Mr. Scrooge, so
hey man,
you are a cheap ass.
It would be inappropriate if I gave one.
I mean, he changes at the end of the movie, so
I got
really
you.
inappropriate.
It's not the end of the show yet.
Merry Christmas!
I have to wait till the end of the show to change.
I guess. Whatever.
He's never going to change.
Whatever. Yeah.
I know.
Oh, you know what's next? I got it. I got it.
Time for everybody's favorite part of the show, 302 Trivia, with your host, Jack Dorden, the mayor of Delaware.
Guys, I was rushing during the show to get trivia, and I got one. And the question is, who was featured on the cover of the PlayStation 2 version of NCAA Football 09? Let me repeat that. Who was featured on the cover of the PlayStation 2 version of NCAA Football 09? He's an Eagle. Give you a hint. We have mentioned his name earlier in the show. That's all I'm going to give you.
So it's not Vince Young?
In tonight's show?
I think Matt Bear's going to get it because he has all the freaking games from
in tonight's show.
01.
I'm not telling you what position, but I'll give you the answer. Thanks again. Fantasy Football Talk.
All right, we'll tell you guys at the end of the show. And Jack's going to really like this segment because this segment, Jack and Tom, I guess, really, the centers of the podcast. And Vengeance 69, if he was on the show. Look, I'm going to make an argument, and I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. Jason Kelce, after this past Sunday, has solidified himself as the greatest Philadelphia Eagle of all time. I don't care what you say. I think he's played now more games or started more games than Concrete Charlie. I think Concrete Charlie was pretty much arguably that guy before that. Brian Dawkins, Reggie White are probably the only other guys that I would argue that would be up there. It's a defensive city. It's not like a quarterback or wide receiver or, running back or something flashy is going to be of Philadelphia. We have the best center, I think, of all time. I think at this point, I would even argue, and some Eagles fans will still get triggered by this, but I don't really care, that Jason Kelce is better than Ben Derek. Definitely in his era. What he's done and the amount that he's played is just revolutionary.
Here's the thing. I would agree, but we weren't alive during Concrete Charlie's era, so we didn't really get to watch him play. So I'm sure if we had somebody who was alive during that era on the show and they talk about it, they may have a better opinion on it. But Jason Kelce is a dog because they showed film on him against the Saints, I think last year, a couple years ago, where he pulled and had a check block and then got to the second level. And that's what you need in a center. Someone who's athletic, gets those blocks out, gets in front of the runner. And Jason Kelce is that guy. I think he's one of the greatest of all time. And he has done a lot for Philly, a lot of happiness for Philly. And this guy, I'm so happy that he decided to play another year. So I guess I can say, I think has passed Concrete Charlie, but I need to see some film of Concrete Charlie or get a better opinion on that for sure.
I'm going to make a distinction in your argument. Concrete Charlie, the greatest pre-Super Bowl era Eagle. Jason Kelce, the greatest Super Bowl era Eagle. Think about the there's two photos.
Nope. You're confusing it though, in my opinion. I'm saying you got to pick one. Who's the greatest Eagle of all time? It's more of a simple question.
Super Bowl Eagle. Okay.
Because you're taking the cop-out answer.
Okay, fine. If I had to pick one, Chuck Bednarik, because guess what? Mother Trucker played both linebacker and center and laid some bone-crushing hits. He literally knocked a dude out and literally went boom right over his unconscious body, and is one of the most iconic photos in Eagles franchise history. Hey, and you're going to say, I love Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce is the man. Jason Kelce is the mayor, the unofficial mayor of Philadelphia. He's the mayor of Sea Isle. He is the unofficial owner of the Ocean Drive in Sea Isle. He is the man that everybody wants to be. Hey, I love Jason Kelce. However,
do you know the answer that Jason Kelce would give to this question too, Tom, in your defense? He would say Chuck Bednarik too.
Yeah.
So I do hear your point.
So if we're talking strictly on the field, Chuck Bednarik. As a man as a whole, I'll give it to Kelce.
All right, fair enough. I saw you shaking your head for Bednarik, Chris.
Yeah, you can't. It's just not comparable. First of all, Bednarik won 2 Super Bowls. Kelce only has 1 so far. Obviously, we're hoping it's more than 1. But he played
not a Super Bowl, a championship.
Champion, whatever. Fuck off. But he played offensive defense. He's got like 12 different Pro Bowl, like the different accolades that Concrete Charlie has are just absolutely insane. There's a reason he was first ballot. Now Kelce's probably first ballot too, but it's so hard to compare him because he was playing against plumbers out there, and you got Kelce out there against full grown men. Like it's tough to compare.
And the eras back in the day were different. too.
Yeah.
Like,
Name me a
athletes.
current day two-way player.
Yeah.
Okay, Odell.
Lane Johnson. He was quarterback.
I mean, you can name
Yeah,
some
and he
players
caught-
that have won.
And
Rob
he caught
Gronkowski.
more touchdowns than freaking Kenny Galladay did recently. What was it, that 2 years ago or a year ago or something like that?
But Jordan,
I
that's not
can't
two-way.
see Jason
Two-way's playing
Kelce playing
offense and
linebacker.
defense. And as somebody who played football, I would have hoped that you would have known that.
Yeah. Troy Reader.
All right.
Played 2 ways.
So speaking of Kelce, as we get ready to wrap it up here, our final topic, we haven't done a fun topic in a while. So all the Eagles players actually did this debate. They said, what do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer bone-in or boneless wings? I know what Delaware prefers because I've lived in Delaware for a little bit. And then I also know what South Jersey prefers because I've lived in South Jersey for a decade, Jack. Go fuck yourself before you say whatever you're about to say.
You were 7.
No, basically a decade. Anyways, long story short, bone in or bone out, the correct answer is bone in, no doubt. I mean, obviously, I like a bone on my wing. The boneless is basically a chicken nugget or a chicken tender. It's not a bone wing. It's not a wing. It's not the same. It's just a fucking tender. So call it what it is. Go ahead, take it away. I know you love your Buffalo Wild Wings, boneless, you know.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I'm very self-conscious when I'm on a date with somebody or with my buddies, because whenever I eat bone-in wings, I always end up having a mess on my shirt, my face.
That's the best part.
No,
That's
it's
a
not.
skill
It's
issue.
embarrassing. It's not a skill. It's just no. And boneless, it's so easy to eat. Nice little fork, nug, dip it in the ranch. It's a lot
Let's
easier
go,
to-
Matt Bear.
Call it a
I'm
nug.
sorry,
He called
you're
it a nug.
3 and have to have chicken nuggets.
No.
And you only use ranch. You don't even know what blue cheese is.
Blue cheese is disgusting. I
Blue
love
cheese is
ranch.
for adults.
It isn't
No,
even blue.
No. It is boneless no matter what.
Get cultured.
Boneless is the way to
None
go.
of you knew who Aunt Mary Pat was, so you're all uncultured.
Also,
in my
Tom,
book.
you're also like a 50-year-old man in a 24-year-old body.
Yes, I am.
So
I had my suit on for a reason.
For all I know, it's Mary Poppins.
It's Aunt Mary Pat. Don't you dare beseech her name. She's
Tom, you're obviously a bone-in. You're a bone-in guy, right? You're from
Of
Delco.
course I am. I'm a cultured swine, don't you know? God.
Pretty simple answer there. Kataha, what are you?
I mean, they're just boneless wings aren't wings.
He's a boneless guy.
I don't care what.
Boneless.
Like I'll eat either of them, but like I'm going bone in. If I'm at a bar or something,
Yeah!
you can't go boneless. You can't go boneless. No, I'll tell
And to your
the
point,
the
it is a
Applebee's
skill
boneless wings
issue.
for half price apps. They're good, but like, come on, you gotta go bone. You gotta go bone in. You just have to. Imagine them doing a wing bowl with fucking boneless wings.
be so much
That would
fun.
be awful. That's so true. That is a great quote.
Nah, you're so wrong. You guys are wrong.
I gotta go bones, and here's the reason why.
You seemed like a boneless guy 10 minutes ago.
No, I'm not, because I'm not a wimp. I'm not a wimp. And here's the thing. Boneless is freaking awesome. And if you haven't swallowed a bone like I have, then you haven't lived a life, to be honest.
How are you still living life if you swallowed a bone?
I don't know. Ask
What do you
me and my
swallow,
dog. I don't
for a
know.
living?
But no, I've done it a couple of times. The little piece
Matt
bone,
Bear,
the
that's
little,
a skill
issue.
the little bones, not like a full on bone, not like that. But yeah, it just went down the wrong pipe or whatever, and I don't know. I didn't spit it out, but yeah, I gotta go bones. It's always satisfying to just
See, KJ, that
get all the
explains a
meat
lot
off
about you.
off the actual wing, and then just place the bone down and see how many bones you can just pile up.
No.
It kind of reminds me of the part in the Lion King where the hyenas, like what's his name, Eddie or whatever, and he's like in the background and they're eating the bones and crap, and it just reminds me of that stuff. I don't know.
Matt Bear with a interesting comment there, but anyways, I'll kick it to Jackson before we get some more worse comments.
Time for everybody's favorite part of the show, 302 Trivia, with your host, Jack Dorden, the mayor of Delaware.
Hey, I'm back. Hey, JD on the beat. JD on the beat. Okay, so the question again was, I just lost it. Which Eagle was on the NCAA 2009 college football game? Again, which NFL Eagle was on the 2009 NCAA football game? And the answer is, drum roll, please.
Before you get out of it.
Deshaun Jackson.
Oh.
The Cal Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Cal Berkeley.
Great answer. But yeah, guys, that's all we got for you guys tonight. So everybody that came out tonight, we appreciate all you guys. If you don't already, follow Kataha on TikTok for me. That's his name right there, spelled the same way. You see it down there. Follow us at 302BIRDS if you're checking us out on Kata Media. We appreciate you guys. That's all we got. Christmas time, a lot of good stuff to come, new segments to come, new merch to drop. And if you guys can, try to check out Toy Drive. It's here until Friday. It's a little bit short notice. If you want to meet me throughout the weekend to get a toy to me, or one of these guys like Jack, or maybe even KJ, if KJ will be at the tailgate if you're in PA, or Tommy, maybe if Tom will be at the tailgate. I don't know. I'll talk to Tom. But if you want to meet one of us, we can probably arrange it. So it's for a great cause. Give back to the Goofy Gators Foundation. Like Jack said, they're basically benefiting kids with special needs and their families, making sure that they can have an awesome Christmas this year as well. So if you guys have any more questions about it, you can text me. All my info is on the flyer. But that's all I got for you. I'm going to kick it to the man who does it as always.
Yeah, guys. Josh, you saw Josh earlier. Too bad he's not here. But Josh, it's an outro, not an intro. Hit that outro.
Vote for KJ McCoy. Comment 3 on Philly Sports Guys' latest post for KJ McCoy to go to the Eagles bowling event. Let's do it.